Hi, I'm Paige, and I want to thank you for being here. This channel is Living with What Remains, and it's for grief, mindfulness, and life as an executor. If you found your way here, it's because you've been named an executor, or because loss has placed unexpected responsibility on your shoulders, and I want you to know you're not alone. There are moments in life that quietly divide everything into before and after. They don't announce themselves loudly. They don't always feel dramatic in the moment, but once you're on the other side of them, nothing feels quite the same. For me, one of those moments was the day I became an executor. It didn't arrive during a calm chapter of my life. It arrived during grief, when I was already trying to make sense of loss, memory, and change. And at first, I don't think I fully understood what the role meant. The word itself felt distant and almost abstract. I knew there were things that needed to be done, and I knew there were responsibilities involved, but I didn't yet understand how much this role would live inside of me. What surprised me most wasn't the paperwork or the logistics. It was really the internal shift that happened quietly and over time. I noticed how decisions began to take more energy than they used to. I even noticed how simple tasks, how much heavier they felt. How often my mind replayed conversations and details and all the what-ifs, even when I wanted a rest. There was a constant awareness in the background, as if part of me was always, on, always tracking, always holding something together. Grief already has a way of stretching your nervous system. Adding responsibility on top of that can feel disorienting, especially when no one really prepares you for the emotional side of it. I found myself adjusting to a role I hadn't asked for, while still trying to process loss, and that adjustment didn't happen all at once. It happened in small moments, in pauses, in quiet realizations, in the spaces between tasks. This channel exists to name that experience, not to explain how to do it correctly, and not to offer advice or instruction, but to acknowledge the internal weight that often goes unspoken. If you're here because you're carrying more than you expected, because responsibility arrived at the same time as grief, I hope you find a sense of recognition here. You don't have to have clarity, and you don't have to feel steady. You don't have to have it all figured out. Sometimes it's just enough to name where you are, and I'm glad you're here. And we'll take this one step at a time.